Welcome back. It's DMF Football and Sports, baby.
Let's go.
Let's do it. And start off the show, my man. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Week 7. What a weird week this was. There were no names running up points. Rock solid people that are getting 3 points. And the injury bug is running rampant. Oh, for those of you that haven't got stung by the injury bug,
Please don't come my way.
Good job to you. But I'm getting whooped. But anyway, that's on a personal note. Let's get into week 7 news.
7 news.
Bro, the Saints are looking bad.
Understand?
That's all I can say. They started off like a house on fire for 2 games. I don't even remember who they played.
They started 2-0. We started 0-2.
And now the roles have completely reversed.
Man. They played the Cowboys one of those weeks. I know that.
Baltimore hired one of them voodoo ladies down there in New Orleans. They're like, hey, give us their juju and you give them ours. And she put the hoodoo on them, man.
Sure.
And that Broncos D for scoring. Now I know you avoided somebody, but scoring is fantasy. Woo! You can't go wrong with Broncos defense right now.
Mm-hmm.
Go ask Joe.
Yeah.
Hawks Tua. You are no longer that ugly name. Even though I still got you saved as Gollum in my phone. It's only because I love you. One undefeated team. We're not going to talk about them, but we're going to talk about the team that lost, Minnesota. No longer undefeated. I didn't get to see that game, but I got to watch the last 5 minutes. That was a fun 5 minutes. I was like, oh, Minnesota, man, they gonna stay undefeated. I can't believe it. And here comes Jared Goff in the offense. Just cool as can be. They're not rushing. They're not going crazy. They're just like, all right, okay, we got this play. All right, we got that play. Oh, we'll wait 17 seconds for the 2-minute warning. We'll wait. We'll burn that time off. Ain't nothing. And there they go. Bring in the UFL kicker to win the game.
Man, beautiful.
And I found an interesting fact. I know everybody's been railing on it, but Jared Goff. Could this be an MVP? Because
even as a fan, I put him as a definite. I was telling that to Kebby. I was like, man, Jared Goff should be a front runner right now. He's had one game where he played perfect. Another game where, what was he, 3 off?
And what was he on his last game?
Two completions off, 2 or 3 completions off, I believe. So, I mean, dude, yeah, he's been fucking doing phenomenal.
Since the NFL merger.
Oh, shit, he went that far.
I'm going back that far because I found this fact and I thought it was cool. The longest streak with a 140 plus passer rating. I'm going to name you the names.
Okay.
Roger Staubach, 1971. 3 games.
Starting with good company already.
Kurt Warner, 1999. 3 games. Kurt Warner won the MVP that year.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 games. 2011. Also won the MVP. Jared Goff, 2024. 3 games in a row. He's tied with all those
Oh,
dudes.
come on.
Come on, go. Break that record. I want you to get it.
Absolutely.
I'm that listen, that Cleveland's my heart and my soul. That's but I love me some Detroit Lions. I'm not gonna lie, I love Dan Campbell. I love the way they built that team. I like the whole story of Golf getting traded away from LA, coming here and listen,
And
he's
then beating LA.
and then beating LA, just spanking their ass. Lions.
Hey, so just FYI, 22 of 27. It's pretty fucking good.
I pay good money to have that in Cleveland. I pay money to see over 200 yards of passing. Give me 250 passing in Cleveland. I'll dance around my house butt ass naked.
And then when he played Seattle, it was 18 for 18.
Mm-hmm. That was the perfect game.
Yes.
That was awesome. That one I watched. Um, Following up, we all talked about Amari Cooper. He was with the Browns.
Uh-huh.
9 drops.
He lost his dropsies.
No. He had 4 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
The very first pass he was thrown,
The first
and he dropped.
he thought he was still playing for you guys. He forgot.
I know. It happens.
He
But
forgot.
listen, I got no problem with Amari Cooper. He didn't. I knew he wasn't happy there because they're talking about trading him. You know, who's going to be happy with that?
Exactly.
But he still tried. I mean, I'm not saying he was dropping 9 passes a game because a lot of stuff thrown to him was, not catchable, or he had a couple touchdowns called back. But listen, I like Amari Cooper. Good for you. Hopefully, you win a Super Bowl somewhere, bro. You deserve it.
No time soon.
And
Because in order for you to win sometime soon, first that means the Bills made it to the Super Bowl.
that's a question.
I know we're going to talk about it later, but I think this week's going to be another challenge for him.
Oh, there are no easy weeks unless they're playing Carolina or Jacksonville.
Which, by the way, week 1, because we said they were 2-0. Week 1, Saints played Carolina.
Yeah.
Week 2, they
played
played
Jacksonville.
No, week 2 they played the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right.
That's what that 2-0 start happened.
I forgot about that.
Let's see, week 1, I knew they were going to win against Carolina. I just didn't. I thought it was, they were playing Carolina.
I think even Cleveland could beat Carolina, and that's saying something. This week the Seahawks showed up.
I had their defense.
They beat Atlanta.
The properties of.
But how's DK?
Oh.
We'll see. All right. But that's all right. Seahawks showed up. They won. We'll see what happens. Bad quarterback play, but he won. Anthony Richardson, 10 of 24 for 129 yards. Just run, Anthony.
Hey, if y'all would have started Flacco, y'all still would have won.
Exactly. But you would have had a whole lot more passing yards.
Yep.
But a win is a win is a win. Until it's not. They won. I mean, they beat the Dolphins, so that ain't saying much. Tua wasn't there. Tyreek Hill and Tyreek A-Chain with his big head now.
How did Tyreek do? Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't.
Exactly.
That's all right. Tyreek posted on X this week. He's like, "We're back, baby." Tua's coming back.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll see.
No,
hey, man.
I'm saying
he's happy.
And then for them to say, "Hey, man, you want to wear a Guardian cap?"
Nah. Tua said, "No,
I'm good."
He said, "Look at Devon A-Chain. He looks like Billy Sims back in the 70s with that big ass afro." Billy Sims.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks ridiculous, but at the same time, for you
personally,
yeah,
as a human being,
yes, absolutely, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Can I put 2 on?
Mm-hmm. 1 on 3, 2.
What's this? His 4th concussion?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Billy Sims pulled the helmet off. That
Uh,
shit went up 2 feet.
nah,
It
it's
was awesome.
I don't know if you know Ludacris. When Ludacris had
Oh
his
yeah.
afro,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's from like Luda going to fucking braids and all of a sudden Afro.
yeah, that's what his helmet should look like.
I want Tua to walk out in the helmet like this, where he's, I'm having a hard time. I can only look back. I'm just throwing it deep to Tyreek.
Man, they actually they have a big head hat. I actually want it. Dude, it's massive. It's a hat about this big.
Oh yeah. Hey, whatever it takes to save your brain, Tua.
Like, man.
Stay in the games, keep playing,
And
because we all like your offense.
I know he has at least one child.
Okay.
To it. Man, be there for your family, man. Like, man, when I say be there for your family, when this football life is over,
Yeah. I mean,
you don't
listen,
want to be.
I don't begrudge anybody that plays this sport and they give their all. Like, we're gonna talk about injuries, but Mike Evans just he knows he was hurt, but he's like, hey, I'm playing. I'm one catcher, one TD away from 100. I'm not mad at you, Mike Evans. Go out there and do your shit. Do it.
They were, which I, for everyone who gave Tampa grief for having Godwin in.
Oh hell no! No, you're trying to win.
Fucking yeah.
You're
Are you
trying to
fucking
win.
serious? The
You're
game's
not.
not.
All right, if
You were
Baltimore
down by 10.
by 10, if Baltimore's up by 30, yeah, go ahead and pull them off the field.
Yeah.
Just let second stringers get the
So
time in.
what would have happened? Like, how would y'all have thought if, because Baltimore was already up by fucking Jesus Christ, and they pulled them out early,
Oh hell!
and so then there wouldn't have been a comeback.
All right, say this: what if they would have pulled out all their starters? They would have pulled out Baker and Godwin with what 40-some seconds left, and you're down by 10. The fans would have lost their mind. They'd have been like, they don't gave up. They don't gave up.
I lost my mind when they took out Lamar. Bro, we're up by 10. It's an easy comeback for them. Like, clearly they can come down within like a minute or two. They were gashing our defense. They took Lamar out. I'm like, bro, are we fucking serious? And what exactly happened? Josh Johnson went 0 for 3, and we kicked it right back to him.
Yep. So
because good old Baltimore's fourth quarter defense shows up every fucking week.
That's why fans are sitting in
drinking
and sitting in the stands and not down there on the field coaching or playing, because y'all ain't got that talent and you ain't got that mentality and you ain't got that knowledge. Except that you're a damn fan. And bitching, why not? You can boo and whine and cry all you want, but y'all ain't in this game.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Here's some shit that made me laugh. Gerard Mayo, head coach of the New England Patriots, called his whole team off. I don't listen. I did not play football long till high school. And my little ass went against a D1 player, a guy that had a full ride to Oklahoma, and I found out, like, I'm not going any further than high school. I know it is. But the worst thing you could have called me, even in high school, was soft.
Soft.
That would have been and I can't imagine what that did to
a bunch of grown ass
men.
Bunch of, not just one, a bunch
of professional grown ass men. Like, this is my livelihood. This is how I make my living. You just called me.
We're talking the 60-man roster and the practice squad.
And it wasn't just like some bum ass coach that just came in. This is a former player calling y'all soft.
Woof. He's saying he calls it like he sees it.
Yeah. Damn.
Have you seen the Patriots play?
Yeah, they saw. And listen, the punter would would beat me down on the field. The kicker, the holder, whatever. The water boy probably for the New England Patriots could put me down on the field.
Let's stop talking about him because how it goes on this podcast. The person we talk about next week, they do good, and I'm picking the Jets to win that game. So,
Mm. I don't see. We got challenge. Um, what's going on with Patrick Mahomes? Because he is not good. He is not playing good quarterback, but he's smart. Did you see that little janky ass shit he did on the sideline?
oh yes,
And I've seen him do it a couple times. Because everybody knows you run along the sideline, you hit the quarterback. Oh, they're gonna throw that flag. Patrick Mahomes, dirty ass, fully recognizes this, goes out of bounds, and they back off, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go 5 more yards to get this first down." What a bitch! Smart, I respect it, but damn, that's a bitch ass move. But anyway, Patrick throws for 154 yards, no TDs, and they beat San Francisco by 10. No T, zero TDs. Patrick Mahomes, luckiest, most referee blessed player in the league.
did the quarterback knock out a fucking defensive player?
Hey, no,
Just trucked him?
no. The quarterback took out his own wide receiver.
No. When he ran in for that touchdown.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he did.
yeah,
And then he stood over him like,
yeah.
"What, bitch?" I was like,
That
Patrick Mahomes, you gonna play that scrambling bit, and you're gonna run into like, I don't know, you're gonna run into a Miles Garrett or a T.J. Watt on a tear, and all of a sudden you're not gonna see it.
but let them stand over you and
Oh yeah. While they're planting you in the grave, oh yeah, they'll get tossed out of the league and 80 yards of penalties, and yeah, it'll be terrible. They will light you up. But that's all right, Patrick Mahomes. You go ahead and flex. You do you. Mm. Russell Wilson is back, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
Yee!
yeah.
Couldn't believe that. I could not believe that.
What do you say? Weldon country, let's ride.
Hey, but he wasn't horrible. He looked better. I mean, listen, I was like, how did he get that throw off? How did he get that drop off? It was to running backs, to prior me, and everything was looking golden for us. We'll see if it all goes to poo after this, but damn, Russ,
I still don't know how I feel about that. Them dropping Fields for Russ. Because Fields was winning. He was winning games for you guys. And I heard what that, you know me, I'm an emotional guy. That cheating ass coach said, yes, I will never forget when you tried to trip Jacoby Jones from making a touchdown. You piece of shit. I don't care if they say we look alike. Fuck you. But
don't be speaking ill about your dad that way.
that's my that's my big brother. Like, me and Mike are brothers, actually. That's my big
But
brother.
here's my deal. He named Russ the starter at the beginning of the year.
But again,
And he got hurt.
I bring it back
And he
to
got hurt.
Sam Darnold starting for Minnesota right now. If JJ came back today and was able to play Sunday, would you truly say, all right, come on, JJ, I named you
Okay.
starter in the beginning?
Justin Fields was not playing like Sam Darnold.
He's
He's not chucking it around the
games.
field. He was winning the games, yeah. Yes, he was.
You
But
lost.
he was not chucking the ball
You
around.
lost the close. Okay, hear me out. Fields lost a close one to the Cowboys. And I get it. Cowboys hasn't been playing great this year. But
They've been playing better in Cleveland.
but seriously, what has this kid not been doing? What has he been doing wrong?
He was not the starter at the beginning of the year. Training camp, coach said, Russ is our starter.
Again, JJ McCarthy,
Okay.
if he's healthy to play, are we really gonna sit? And I get it. Maybe, just maybe, you might say, oh, well, we lost against the Lions. And he didn't have a bad game. That game literally came down to a kick, a field goal.
But
let me hear you out.
Justin Fields throwing the ball like Russell Wilson was. Because I remember George Pickens was on the doo-doo list, and he was upset. Why? Because he's not getting any deep balls, and that's where he specializes. What did George Pickens do this week? Okay. I'm just saying it is a difference.
So
if Russ would have come and looked like the Denver Russ, I'd have been like, but listen, all right, it kills it. Like, I'm gonna stroke out saying this because it's a Steelers head coach. I respect Tomlin for doing it. He's like, I'm gonna throw Russ. He's gonna see. You gotta see what you got. And he named Russ the starter at the beginning of the year. And, unless your name is Drew Bledsoe and your backup is Tom Brady, you should not lose your starting role to the backup. Now, if J.J. McCarthy came back, a rookie, and Sam Darnold playing like he has been, I'm going to leave Sam in there. Sam he turns into a pumpkin, he starts going down the hill. Yes, by all means. But these are two vets. And Fields, that's Fields, Ohio State boy. And I love him. But at the pro level, he is not slinging the ball. He can run. Oh, you put him in the red zone? He's a danger to run. But he is not slinging the rock around like a good NFL quarterback. He's just not. He can every once in a while, yes. But is he doing it consistently? No. No, he will run. He will get you. He will win a game for you. He can. But he's not consistent about it.
You ready?
They got runners.
You ready for this?
Go ahead. Drop the facts on. Drop the facts on me.
Talking about Schittsburg, right?
Yes,
they played the Jets this past week. So, the lovely Jets lost to the 49ers. Squeaked by the Titans.
Yeah.
Blew out the Patriots. Lost to the Vikings. Lost to the Bills. This is before they played Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, under Fields, beat the Falcons, who were a nice contending team with Kirk Cousins.
How'd they beat him?
They beat them by 18. They beat them by 8.
How much running did they do? What were the passing yards? What were their rushing yards?
Okay. I'll break it down to you. Justin Fields was 17 for 23 for 156. 17 for 23. There was only
156.
Whoa, now. There was only 23 pass plays. He connected 17 of those. I'm not going to sit here and say all 17 he didn't over and underthrow. I'm not going to say that, it was the receiver's fault, not the quarterback fault. He was 17 for 23 for 156 yards. Now, after the quarterback throws to the receiver, it's on the receiver to make the yak.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Kirk Cousins, that same game was 16 for 26 for 155.
Right.
1 yard shy of the winner. Okay.
Is Atlanta's defense the same as Pittsburgh's defense?
Hold on now. No, you mean is Atlanta's defense the same as the Jets' defense? Because we're talking about the person they played.
And I will
say Atlanta's defense is better.
Okay? I'm gonna also put this with Russ. 3 of the Jets' starting defensive backs were out to start that game.
Okay.
3 of them. 2 safeties in a corner. The only starter they had was Sauce Gardner. And now he got a little dinged up. He still played, but you can see that one where he's jumped up and he landed He landed with that straight leg.
Mhm.
It was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, grab a netley. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, bro. Yeah. But Sauce, hey, you know, most teams don't even throw Sauce's way.
Right.
I mean, he went
Now,
games. He went 2 games with nobody throwing at him
right.
at all. At all.
Now, let's both admit a win is a win, but the football gods were either looking upon the Steelers or they were looking down on the Jets because there was a lot of shit that happened that game.
Well, I still have some words for the Jets coming up.
Sauce Gardner swiped the ball from Pickens. It managed to pop up, and he still caught this pass. Like he still caught it. Wilson had a ball thrown to him. It literally hit him in the chest and popped up for the cornerback to grab it and run the other way. These are not things that normally happen consistently to the same team in one game.
Talk to the Browns because it happens weekly.
But yeah, these were not normal things. Okay, so they beat the Falcons.
Yes,
under Fields.
Yep.
They beat your badass Mr. I'm the best defense of the NFL Broncos in week 2.
Yes, they did.
13-6. This was against a good defense, and he did that. Then he went on to beat the Chargers. He lost to the Colts, who it wasn't Anthony Richardson he lost to. He lost to Joe Flacco, a veteran quarterback who knows what the fuck he's doing. A Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Hang on a second. I see why you're so upset. It's a Schittsburg, and you're starting to worry. You're worried because Russ came in.
No,
I think so. Oh. Because you hadn't ran it on Fields or nothing. But Russ comes back. Now you're ranting because now they're slinging the ball.
We played Russ when he played Denver. We played Fields when he played.
Listen, Cleveland's going to lose to Pittsburgh, and we're going to lose to Baltimore. We're toast. We're done. It's going to be fun with Jameis now. But you're worried.
No.
That's where all this is coming. You are sincerely worked up. Mark, ladies and gentlemen, Mark is worried. Marcus is worried about this. That's where this fuel, this fire. I'm just watching him. I'm like, Jesus. Marcus is really worked up. What's going on? You're worried.
I'm worked up because there was a winning quarterback that they dropped for another quarterback.
Who was the winning quarterback was the backup.
And he played
correct?
Yeah. But he played the Jets.
Yeah. You are a starter. Do you lose your position due to injury? If you were playing wide receiver and you got nicked up for one game.
Okay, that's wide out.
Okay?
Can I ask you a question?
No, wait. Let
me ask you a legit question.
Go ahead.
Bledsoe got hurt, right?
Oh.
Brady came in for him, right?
Yeah.
Bledsoe got better, didn't he?
Yeah.
That same season?
Yep.
Did Bledsoe go back to the starting quarterback?
Nope. Did Brady lose?
Can I ask you another question?
Did Brady lose?
Hey, who was that quarterback before Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, no, you can't compare that because that was a nasty fucking injury. That was like years long injury. No, because that would have
gotten healthy.
Alex Smith damn near lost his leg.
If he would have been able to come back, if they would have kept him and he came back,
he was not going to be the same player after that. You can't say that leg was ever going to be the same after what that dude went through. The fight that dude, just for him to come back and save that leg was damn near a miracle. You need to watch that documentary on Alex because he was this far away from them cutting that leg off.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Because that thing was mangled. And then he got an infection on top of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it got,
I don't know about the infection.
Yeah.
Scratch that one.
The Bledsoe and Brady thing, okay, but how often does that happen besides that?
Brady lost some games that season.
I'm just saying, besides those two, how often has the starter who got hurt and they got better lost his job to the secondary besides Brady and Bledsoe?
Oh, fucking 49ers. 49ers just did it. When Garoppolo got hurt. Mind you, they went through three quarterbacks. Brock was their third string quarterback.
Pretty Jimmy was sucking ass. All right. He was sucking ass. He needed to lose that starting job.
Horrible.
He was sucking ass. He was like, listen, that pretty fucker was like, nah, I look too good for this shit. I'm gonna keep my starting. No, you too worried about that shit. You too worried about doing them chunky commercials with your grandma. No. It's a good thing you pretty because
they put in Trey Lance.
Well, Trey Lance. Like Trey Lance.
I know that didn't help my point.
Trey Lance played worse than Deshaun Watson was playing this year. So okay. All right. Speaking of this Steelers Jets game, I get to raise my point that we left off last week. Aaron Rodgers. What are you gonna say now?
Bro, I can't help you. There was a particular drive that I embedded in my head. You overthrew and you underthrew, and you went 3 and out. And they were on you. They weren't your receivers. It was you. I'm not going to talk shit about you, but man, it's hard to defend you, man. Right. It's hard to defend you.
One of your interceptions, all right, they hit Garrett Wilson. But your second one, now granted,
Garrett Wilson dropped some passes this game.
Beanie Bishop made an awesome play for that interception, but you also underthrew. You threw behind that receiver. If you'd have led that receiver while he was going across the middle.
There were 2 interceptions that I can say were not on you.
No, yes, that first one was.
That interception, he had his arm behind him.
The receiver's running across the route. He's leaning back he's going this way. He's going like this. Beanie Bishop sticks out that one-ass arm. He's behind the receiver.
A deflection?
No, he did not deflect it. He stuck out that one hand and got that. It was a great play defensively, but the receiver was still doing this, going this way, trying to do this.
He had a defender in front of him.
No, he didn't. Bishop was over here. Bishop was on this side, stuck out his hand and just got it in front of him.
I'm telling you, it's coming this way. Bro. 2 people.
All right, listen, put the crack pipe down. Put it down. Go back to cigars. They're better for you. Better for you than crack. They're bad for you, but better for you than crack. Aaron Rodgers. Listen, Aaron, I'm not saying you're a horrible quarterback. Not like you're ever going to listen to my ass.
I think that's what he's saying. I think he's saying, Aaron, you're a horrible quarterback.
No, you're not horrible.
That's what he's saying.
But you are not as great as you think you are. You're still living
as you once were. That's what he's. Yes. I'll be nice with it. That's what he's saying.
Aaron Rodgers, you're still living 5 years ago, where you were MVP and dominant and a bad. You were a bad, like Stephen A. Smith said, you were a bad man. You were. You are not that dude anymore, bro. You're a decent quarterback. You're good to decent range, but that's what you are. You need to throw them little drop offs to Breece Hall. I say that for a reason.
I know,
but you're still doing it, and look, you're getting closer. You're scoring more points. All right. I'm not expecting you to hit Devontae Adams. He just came there. I don't expect y'all to have your timing down. But you were underthrowing and overthrowing receivers left and right in that game. So, anyway, what you got to say now, Aaron? Oh, the energy was flat in the second half.
So I started talking about the fucking motivational speaker. Aaron, what the fuck was that about? We had a good motivational speaker last night.
Was your energy so flat that you were underthrowing receivers? Was that a problem?
Yeah, bro, you were underthrowing. Again, I witnessed
too low of energy.
Overthrowing,
energy was too low. I couldn't throw to the receivers on time. All right. and we're gonna talk about my Browns.
All right, let's talk about your Browns.
Let's talk about the Browns.
Oh man.
I have a little bit of a rant,
Uh-oh.
small one.
Let's see what a small rant is for you.
When it's about my Browns, it may be pretty long. I'm gonna try to contain myself. But I'm a little disgusted with national media and a player on our own team, Jameis Winston.
I've told you for weeks, fuck that guy.
I know he's a Florida State guy, so I know you hate him. I'm excited to see him play because I'm not saying we're going to win anything, but it might be fun to see the ball chucked downfield and people actually catch it. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we lost Amari Cooper. He got traded away. So
what do you throw it downfield to?
I don't know. Cedric Tillman. I just picked him up. That's almost right. But Cleveland got a pretty bad rap this week. Like I saw Stephen A. I seen all Monday. Oh, they're cheering when Deshaun Watson went down. They're booing when he first went down, and then they're cheering when he gets carted off. Cleveland fans, you're like Philly. You're like Philly fans when Michael Irvin was motionless and y'all were cheering and whooping and hollering and celebrating.
You're comparing them to the same group of people that threw snowballs and trash at Santa Claus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, the dog pound those people are ruthless, and I kind of expected it coming from them. Like, way back in the day, if it snowed in that stadium, back when Cleveland was good in the 80s and they had that big rivalry with Houston, the Warren Moon, Houston. Listen, I'm not going to say those people didn't shove some AAA batteries inside of a snowball and throw it at a Houston player because.
Is that you? You were doing that.
No, I wasn't there. We didn't sit in the dog pound. Even my old man was scared of the dog pound. He was like, if you cut him, it was orange and brown that came out of his veins. Cleveland lost, the fumble and the drive. Like, you couldn't get near my old man for 3 hours after those games because you might have got some hands thrown at you. As an 8-year-old kid, my dad probably would have just I'd irritated him. No, there'd have been hands flying, and Greg's face would have been swollen. But anyway, I heard all kinds of shit about Cleveland Pandemic and Jameis Winston.
Your quarterback.
This man put his body and his life
for people who do right by you. I'm grateful that I had a chance to serve Deshaun, but I am very upset with the reaction to a man that has had the world against him for the past 4 years, and he put his body and life on the line for this city every single day, regardless of your perception, regardless of what you thought should happen with him. He committed every single day that I've been here to be the best that he can be.
On the line for Cleveland. Like, what? Put his life. Is he out there stopping crime?
You don't know.
Is he out there with the fire department during the fire, climbing up there and building
let's check the crime rate now that he's down. Maybe he was Cleveland's Batman.
Maybe so. If he was, no, that's Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb likes to be Batman. All right. I'm gonna say, tone it down. Yeah, okay. I saw and there's some fake shit out there because I had to comb through it. Because at one point they showed Deshaun Watson getting on the cart with the towel over his head and he's crying. All right, you hurt, bro. And then I heard some audio going, "You deserve this." Like, it sounded like a big ass crowd. Bro, that's not the shit that was going on. Like, real Cleveland people were posting shit like, "Hey, I was at the game. We're recording. This is what was going on." Yes, out of the 60,000 people, did you hear about 10 people going, "Woo! Fuck you, Deshaun! Woo! Yeah!" Yes. You get 60,000 people together, you're going to find 10 fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not a whole stadium. It was not nothing going crazy. It was nothing to get your panties in a bunch about.
Right.
Jameis Winston, grow the fuck up.
I do believe do believe there was a Browns fan that kind of wished this upon him.
Oh, no. I said if he wanted to go jump off a bridge, he could go do it. I'm not saying, please, Deshaun, get hurt. I'm saying I don't want him as my quarterback. Listen, my team name, I changed it, though. I'm not going to say what it is
Oh, I saw
because it's nasty.
it.
But anyway, yeah, Watson is trash. Like, he was playing like trash. I'll say that all day long. I didn't want him as my starting quarterback. I just wanted ownership and general manager to go, you know what? We thought we were going to get this guy that we saw in Houston, and we had a defense, and we had a team built, and he could have given us a shot. Like, we could have made a playoff run. Got no problem with that. None at all. But for people in the national media to go crazy on Cleveland, like, oh my gosh. Like, believe me, bro, that dog pound is rough. I will say that, like, you got to be brave to go up in that dog pound. Even if you're a Cleveland fan, you got to be prepared. Like, you got to armor up to go in there because those are some rough motherfuckers. I'm not going to lie. They're rough. Even as a Cleveland fan, that section is rough. Like, when the Browns were moving, I remember that game. The last game before the Browns moved to Baltimore, after halftime, if you got past the 50 going towards the dog pound, the referee stopped it and turned you around. They did not go towards the dog pound for the rest of that game.
Oh, shit.
Because they knew what the fuck would happen. Those bitches don't care. They don't play in that section.
See, and that's why Baltimore left.
And that's why I was like, okay.
We asked for a better stadium. That way
For 1 year.
we could alleviate
Don't
from the
start.
dog pound bullshit.
Don't get me going on Park Modell. But anyway, here's my rant. Players, people who don't know Cleveland. Yes, it's a rabid football town. They're starving for some success. And they've been hurting ever since the OG Browns, Ravens
Came over there narrowly.
went over to Baltimore. It is what it is. But it was nowhere near as bad as what people are portraying it. So anyway, speaking of this,
That was tame.
I kept it. You should have seen the first rant I wrote out before I did research. Because I was going to rail on my Cleveland people. I was going to threaten to leave my Cleveland fandom and go back to the OG Browns.
Oh, man.
Oh, I was that mad. I was that mad that people like when I saw that video were like, you deserve this. I'm like, oh my God. No, okay. No, I was gonna lose my shit. But then I started doing more and more research. I'm like, all right, somebody fake that one. Cool. There's real fans posting videos like, hey, this ain't, well, I don't know what people are railing on us for. Yeah, there are a few idiots here. Yeah, but come on, man. It was not a mess. Like, fuck you, Deshaun. I hope you fucking go in hell and die. It was nothing like that. My gosh, man. So, calm it down, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, and especially you, Jameis Winston. Tone it down. Go play. We're getting paid.
Jameis says he's coming out to play this weekend for his quarterback.
If he's not his own quarterback, then you got issues, right? Anyway, this will be a nice segue into injuries, which is where we're going next.
Oh.
This is the MF League. Oh, wait. Oh, boom.
There we go.
I got it. I do not suffer alcohol abuse, sir.
Glad to hear it.
All right, put my glasses on. We are going into injuries. DK Metcalf, sprained MCL, listed as week to week. I don't know about y'all, but that hurts me. Because I depend on DK, and he's joining the rest of my injured team.
Stop picking up good players.
Yeah. Stop good players from getting hurt.
No, you stop picking up good players.
Anyway, Deebo Samuel in the hospital with pneumonia.
Is that one of your players?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. I started off with one of mine because it hurt. But Debo got pneumonia. He was in the hospital. Hopefully he's all right. But Brandon Ayuk, ACL, gone for the year. That sucks. As we were just talking about, Deshaun Watson, torn Achilles, out for the year. Normally we only talk about offensive players, but you need to watch if you have the Jets defense, like some people do. Yeah, three of the starting secondary out. This doesn't really matter, but I wrote it down because Tua's coming back. But Tyler Huntley, shoulder injury. He looks like he's out. Aiden O'Connell, Raiders starting quarterback, broken thumb. Come on back, Gardner Minshew. Minshew mania. Let's see what you can do, baby. Juju Smith-Schuster out with a hamstring. Jaden Daniels out with ribs. He's considered week to week, although his mama tweeted right away that he was okay.
Yeah.
But mama doesn't always know best.
Mama's wrong. No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right.
No, Colonel Sanders. You're wrong.
No, hey, listen, I know what you get taught when you're little, but maybe mama was just being a little defensive of her boy. And I hated to see this because I was watching it when it happened, and oh my gosh, he looked like he was in pain. Mike Evans, hamstring. Bro, that did not look good, but now they're saying he's out till at least week 11.
I don't know if you could pause and rewind football, but did you see Godwin's foot?
Oh, I'm going there next.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin's next.
That
was an ugly Dak Prescott dislocation. He's out. He's out for the season. That was ugly.
And for all the, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call you what you are. All the stupid fans that were, why was he still in the game? Bro, there was enough time.
You have 43 seconds left. Why are you still trying to win the game?
No, there was time for them to.
Because we're pro athletes and we're trying to win?
Because, fuck it, I mean, it's my team. Do you know there has only been 2 successful onside kicks this entire season? Do you know who those 2 successful kicks happen to be on? You in the Ohio State shirt.
Me. They're both against Baltimore.
Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. So they could have, and they had the ball, so they could have easily scored, kicked another onside kick. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I understand. But the opportunity was still there. The opportunity was still there for them to win the game. I'm pissed because they took Lamar out and put Josh Johnson in.
Listen, if Baltimore would have been ahead by 30 points,
I would have understood
with 43 seconds left.
If it was 41-10, I would have completely understood.
Pull your starters out,
take them out.
let your second string go.
I'm not saying give up, but yeah, I completely understand that.
You were 10 points behind with 48. Crazier things have happened.
Man.
It's there. Oh, and this is not really an injury, but it's a 2-game suspension. Mr. Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Get off that juice, man. Listen, maybe you had an injury, you're trying to rehab from it. You do you, bro.
But you do you the right way.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're getting paid to do this sport. I make no judgments. You do what you got to do.
To my understanding, you get paid. If you get injured, you're still getting paid. I understand your incentives will be impacted, but
hey, man,
you're still getting paid.
Maybe he got a $300,000 incentive. Try to tell me if you're at your job, okay, you got to shoot a little juice to get an extra $300,000. You tell me you wouldn't do it. Because I'm going to tell you what right now.
I'm on camera, so of course I will.
Absolutely. You offer me $300,000 more. Yeah, Greg, you got to try heroin one time for $300,000. All right, guess what? I'm going to be a high motherfucker. I don't do that shit. Anything that's not green, or grown in cow shit. No, I'm scared of it.
Oh,
But for $300,000, I would try some heroin.
I'm not editing that out.
I hope not, because anybody that says differently,
I wouldn't.
all you gotta do is try it once. That's it. Try it once.
Have you seen Requiem of a Dream? All you got to do is
Yeah.
try it once.
No. You gotta have some willpower. You gotta be strong. That's all I'm saying. Be like, all right, I'm gonna do this shit one time for $300,000. That's
I need another fix, man.
Okay. All right, let's change it up.
Okay.
$300,000 to walk into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson.
300,000.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. No different.
Yeah, I do it.
You taking your life in your hands and going, no, all right, I'm gonna take this one hit and I'm gonna go down.
Damn.
I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I'm even gonna swing at you, Mike. I'm gonna let you up. No, I'm gonna open myself up, be like,
So, when I was fresh in the service, right, there was this running joke that said if Mike Tyson called your mom out in front of you, what'd you do about it? And the number one answer was,
not a damn thing.
Mom, what'd you do?
What you do to piss off Mike Tyson, Mom? Damn it.
Yeah.
Were you out slutting around, Mom? Yeah, you would go that hardcore, yeah.
He say Mike Tyson, if Mike Tyson, you and your mom are walking by and Mike Tyson slaps your mom on the ass. Hey, what are you doing?
Okay, no, I'm gonna get knocked out.
You get knocked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get knocked out because that's my mom. That's my mom.
You get knocked out for free. Your mom is blushing like, oh man, Mike Tyson.
Now, if my mom is like put her hand against me, like, no, hang on, man, hang on. Right, Mom, you do your thing. I'm gonna keep on walking. But if my mom's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be like, bro, that's my mom.
Hey, Mike.
You ain't gotta be like that, Mike.
You know what you can't knock out? These bullets.
Exactly. Texas is an open carry state, motherfucker. All right. So now we're gonna get on to the matchups for week 8 in the NFL. And if I go back and look at last week's matchup, I was 11 out of 15. What did you end up at? What? What? What'd you end up at?
You did better than me last week.
What'd you end up at?
You did better than me.
What'd you say? What'd you have?
49ers.
What'd you have?
You did me dirty.
What was your record? Just say it for the fans. Everybody wants to hear. They don't want to go back and listen to the last podcast. They want to hear you proclaim that. Be a Browns fan for once and embrace that misery. Embrace that misery. Some of us were 11-5, and some of us were less than that. He's the one that started this.
It's smidgen.
He's the one that started this
midgets.
because he wanted to show me up. I'm just saying. He's like, hey, I want to do something. I want to hear your predictions. So,
because really, we were spot on for most of everything.
And now he won't even man up and say what his record was. That's a shame.
You said you were 11 and 15?
11 out of 15.
I was 10 for 15.
There we go.
Just off by one.
Who won? Head to head again?
Kansas City fucking Chiefs.
Thank you.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Anyway.
Again, I don't know how. You don't keep winning these fucking games.
I'm telling you, it's all the.
I can't even blame the. I can't.
It's
the. I refs, can't blame the refs.
The refs didn't even get involved in this one. Patrick Mahomes didn't even get involved in this one. Besides this little sideline run where he's like, "No,
and it's touchdown.
You can't." There we go. Week 8, Thursday night football. Minnesota coming off a loss, going up against the Los Angeles Rams. You want to start it out, or you want me to?
I don't mind starting it off. I'm going to go Minnesota.
I am also going Minnesota. I just don't see them. Rams are so up and down. They're a little bipolar.
They're up and down, and they just was up, so time to go down.
Exactly. The next game I have is Philadelphia versus Cincinnati. I gotta go Philly.
Likewise.
Yeah, and Cincinnati just isn't.
I would love for Cincinnati to win. AFC North team getting their little juices flowing. Last week, I mean,
No, stay down there with the Browns, Cincinnati.
shit.
Stay down there in the garbage.
You see that?
Though I say that,
Misery loves company.
that's right. I embrace the misery.
And they're trying to
Um,
embrace you with them.
The next game is Baltimore versus Cleveland. I wonder where Marcus is gonna go with this pick.
No, I
Let
could,
me
I
think.
could go orange. That orange team that we're gonna play. I could. Or I could stop bullshitting y'all. I'm going Baltimore.
Listen, you all know Cleveland is my team.
It's his heart. That's his heart.
My heart says one thing, but my brain says go with Baltimore, so I'm going with Baltimore.
You're not gonna go with Cleveland. They're
Um,
starting your boy, Jameis Winston. You've been wanting him to start this whole
Okay.
season.
I just think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be more fun to watch. It may actually be football worth watching because
I
the
hope
Browns
it's
offense,
60-something to 3.
besides
Baltimore.
two halves of this year, Cleveland's offense has not been
I hope
Worth
Jameis
watching.
throws 7 interceptions.
and 8 touchdowns.
Shit.
All right, the next game is Tennessee and Detroit.
I wonder where he'll go.
It's your pick.
Oh, my
Oh
pick?
no, wait, this is
I
my
was gonna
pick.
say.
Those damn Detroit Lions are looking mighty tough.
I don't know, man. They squeaked by Dallas. They almost lost to Green Bay.
Yeah,
And
Detroit.
and the Tennessee Titans have been on a fucking hot streak. Didn't they beat that one team 70-something? I'm fucking around.
Yeah,
Detroit.
didn't they just trade away D Hopkins?
Detroit.
There we go. Next game. This one was hard to call. Arizona, Miami. Although Tua is coming back, so that factored into my pick. But Arizona is the most bipolar team. They win when they shouldn't, and they lose when you think they're like, oh, they may be getting it together, dude. Anyway, Arizona, Miami, your pick, sir.
I'm going Miami.
And it's all about Tua. I'm going Miami as well. That's
Because-
that's it.
Maybe Tua will start because Tua knows his people. So maybe Tua will start going back to, I don't know, Waddle, Hill.
Just chunk it downfield, let Hill go catch it. That's all I'm gonna say. The next game, this one was not so interesting to pick. New York Jets versus New England. Listen, when your coach calls you soft, you got two choices. You can man up,
You can sit your punk ass down.
or you can just fold you can just turtle up. I say the New York Jets are gonna win.
You know, it's starting to get
And I'm
cold.
not a fan of Aaron.
It's starting to get cold outside. There's nothing wrong with being soft. You know, your girl wants a soft little pillow to snuggle up with, a soft, warm blanket. The Patriots, that's what you are right now. A soft, warm blanket.
Oh, do we miss Brady?
Man.
New England fans. That's what they say.
Because I'm going with the Jets, too.
There you
Oh,
go. Next
man.
one,
Now, this
Atlanta and Tampa Bay.
was an interesting pick.
This got real interesting with what happened to Tampa Bay this weekend.
Exactly.
Because no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin.
So,
Baker's been on a tear, but what are you going to do? Is Kate Otten going to cover your team? Is he going to carry your team? I don't know. You going to trade for Cooper Cup? I don't know. Who you got?
so this is what I'm going to say. Unlike that first game that y'all two had together, and it's a nice little shootout, I don't see that happening this time. I see Atlanta just fucking taking that win easy. They won the last time, and they're going to win this time. This time is going to come a lot easier.
Come on, Captain Kirk. That's where I'm going. The next game was took me about 3 nanoseconds to figure out. This was
So you went Jacksonville then.
this is Green Bay and Jacksonville, and
You clearly went Jacksonville.
no, I did not, sir.
What?
No, something inside my heart said, no, wait, in my brain, not, no, no, no. There was no emotions. There was no nothing involved. It
I don't
was
think this will be that
as
game that's just
as I was writing this down on my little paper. I have a little notepad here, and I write down like GB. Oh wait, hang on. Let me underline GB. That's who I'm picking for win. Oh, they're going against Jacksonville. There you go. That's what I did.
so, you know, Glow's our girl. So I'm gonna go Green Bay this week. Houston, you let me down last week.
You're gonna come back with a vengeance.
Green Bay, I'm gonna pick you this week.
Speaking of Houston,
I know, right?
Indy versus Houston. It's my turn to pick.
Yes.
All right. I'm going with Houston. Coming back a little pissed off.
Same.
No Jonathan Taylor. Nah. Let's go see Jay Stroud.
Definitely going
Beast.
Houston.
Anyway, next one. This team is just trash now. New Orleans. Sorry, Joe. New Orleans against the Chargers. I had to think about it for a little bit. But it's your turn.
I know, right? I was hoping you were just gonna go.
Nope.
Oh man, this one honestly, this one's still in debate in my head.
Roll those dice.
To be perfectly honest with you, it's. I'm gonna have to go New Orleans though.
Woo!
Yeah,
Here's where we differ.
like the first one.
Here's first one. With the Chargers for the victory. Again.
I know, right? They let us down last week. It's supposed to be a hardball night. That's what
No.
up.
The next game, we have Buffalo versus Seattle. DK Metcalf, week to week. Buffalo. All the way, baby.
Oh, that's who you're going
I'm
with?
going with Buffalo all the way.
Okay. Can definitely see that and understand it.
Come on, Amari Cooper. Drop one pass and then catch 4 touchdowns.
I'm gonna go Seattle. Hoping that defense,
Back to back.
they're not horrible. I think they can maintain even without Mr. Metcalf.
The next game, which also took me about 2 nanoseconds to decide, Carolina versus Denver.
So you're going Carolina then. This is that game.
I'm
Because Denver just did their fucking now they're just gonna overlook Carolina.
this is gonna surprise everybody. But I am going to go with Denver. Hell no. With that dysfunctional team in Carolina, fuck them.
That's a hot take right there. And considering how they've been playing,
The only thing that's hot is the hot garbage that Carolina is.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Denver as well.
Oh, next. Unfortunately, we are Kansas City versus Las Vegas. This is a rivalry game. AFC West, they hate each other. They do not like each other. What do you got?
Kansas City.
I know. It pains me to say. Like I want Max Crosby to come back and sack Mahomes 18 times.
Speaking of, I hear he might be going somewhere too.
Yeah, there's trade rumors, but I don't know. There's so much like people are saying, oh, this team's gonna trade for Myles Garrett. Oh, this team, yeah, whatever. He ain't going there. They ain't gonna get
No,
one.
not Miles. Not Miles.
Oh no,
Crosby.
I know. But he's the same way as Myles Garrett is. Like people can scream all day long. Oh, you get so much from Myles Garrett trading. You do not trade that dude from your team. You do not trade Max Crosby from your team. But sorry, KC's gonna win.
So this next game,
The next game.
So glad you get the call first.
Chicago versus Washington. Like they moved stuff around. They wanted to showcase these two rookies, and Jaden Daniels had gone to get hurt.
He's day to day. It's day to day.
Today.
I hope he plays. That'd be a great 1-2.
Yeah, that would be fun. But Marcus Mariota, he's not bad.
He played
Played well. He played
and they
well.
didn't have he
I
was
know.
like Tyler Huntley when he played for Baltimore. You don't really need to change the scheme up too much. So who do you got?
Chicago on that defense.
Okay.
Sorry.
I am going Washington on that one. Sorry, Kevin.
This is gonna be the interesting
Even though you're not
one
watching.
coming up. Dallas versus San Francisco. You get the lead out.
But I'm going Dallas. And the only reason I'm going Dallas is because San Francisco has too many hurt players. Like, that's I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Dallas finally gets their win over San Francisco, but San Francisco's hurt. So, great job. You got to beat up the two-legged dog.
Come on, Juwan Jennings. Let's go San Francisco, baby. I just picked you up. Let's go San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall got shot in the chest. Off-season.
And managed to come back before.
Christian McCaffrey.
All right.
That's all right. That's what real men do.
Take a bullet to the chest.
That's right. Take a bullet to the chest, come back. Like, that shit ain't stopping me. Let's go. But I want Juwan Jennings to bogart all the passes. I'm just saying. Last but not least, Monday night. This took me about 1 second to figure out. But when the two crashed, let's cut.
You want to do this together?
New York Giants versus Pittsburgh.
Want to do this together? Let's do it. Pittsburgh.
Yeah. That way we didn't have to stare at each other and wallow in the pain of both of us picking this fucking team we hate. Pittsburgh, yes. Pittsburgh's gonna win. Russ is cooking. Oh, I just want to vomit when I say that.
Was Russ cooking, or was he playing against a 2-4 team?
With 3 starting defensive backs out.
And now he's playing another 2-4 team. I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
2-5 team now.
That's all right. I just picked up Jalen Warden. So, Jalen Warden, you split some good time with Najee Harris and y'all run all over. That's all I want.
Like, your only good win is the
I have
fact
to
that
be-
y'all beat the Seahawks.
I have to beat the Cubbies.
He has to beat the Cubbies.
I picked up Jalen Warden.
Come on, Cubbies.
Juwan Jennings.
You can do it.
Come on. Anyway, Gloria.
What the hell?
Wait, Gloria. Because she doesn't like it when we talk football. She likes to hear about the news.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, for the majority, I've heard the opposite.
Well, it's Gloria. It's like, it's personal to her. She knows half of us.
If it's so personal, why don't you join the league?
So she's like, I ain't paying that money. I ain't doing that stress. That shit stressing my girl out. But anyway,
You, Antonio, go halves. Make one team.
this is the end of the sports podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, that were just into the sports. Cheers. Have fun. Enjoy some football. Hockey and the World Series is about to start on Friday.
World Series starts on Friday.
Freaking
NBA started tonight, actually.
fuck the Yankees. Cheers.
I think the Yankees are going to win.